Exploring uncertainty. Modal verbs for probability in negative form. Hello, language enthusiasts. Today we're going to dive into an intriguing part of English grammar. Modal verbs for probability in their negative form. As you probably know, modal verbs help us express a variety of conditions and possibilities, and today, we'll explore how to use them when we want to convey uncertainty or doubt. Modal verbs for probability are unique tools in English that allow us to express likelihood or possibility. Words like can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, and would are all examples of modal verbs. But what happens when we want to convey a lack of probability, doubt, or even impossibility? That's where negative forms come into play. The negative form of modal verbs for probability is straightforward to create. All you need to do is add not after the modal verb. For example, may becomes may not, might becomes might not, could becomes could not, and so on. He might be home by now can become he might not be home by now, expressing a doubt about the likelihood of the person being home. A fascinating aspect of using modal verbs for probability in negative form is that you can modify the degree of probability by choosing different modal verbs. For example, may not and might not suggest a possibility that something is not true, while can't, the contraction of cannot, expresses a strong belief that something is not true. Consider these sentences. He may not be at home. There's a possibility he isn't home. He can't be at home. I strongly believe he isn't home. The modal verb you choose will depend on the level of certainty or doubt you want to express. While using modal verbs in their negative form, one common mistake is confusing must not and can't. Must not indicates prohibition, an action that is not allowed, while can't indicates impossibility or very low probability. It's important to choose the right modal verb based on the context and the meaning you want to convey. For example, you must not smoke in here. It's not allowed to smoke in here. You can't smoke in here. It's impossible to smoke in here, perhaps due to smoke detectors or other reasons. And there you have it. Understanding and using the negative forms of modal verbs for probability can significantly enhance your English communication skills. These are handy tools that can help you express doubt, uncertainty, and different levels of probability with clarity and precision. Keep practicing, and remember, language learning is a journey. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every mistake is a step towards mastery. Until our next grammar adventure, happy learning!